Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to do an unboxing of Disney and Pixar's Elemental on 4K Ultra HD plus Blu-ray plus digital copy code. And this is probably going to end up being a little bit longer video for just an unboxing video. And the reason why is because I've got this, but then I've also got this Best Buy exclusive Steelbook version of it that I picked up. And towards the end of the video I want to talk about just physical media at Best Buy in general. So I'm going to save that sort of discussion for the end of the video. And first, let's just focus on this for those who want to watch this video to actually see the unboxing of this. Now, I picked this up from the Disney Movie Club, and the interesting thing about this particular release of this Disney Pixar movie is that this regular release version, the Ultimate Collector's Edition on 4K, seems to be just a Disney Movie Club exclusive. Now, these versions of previous Disney Pixar movies used to be released pretty much everywhere, but not this time. Just this 4K standard release version is only on Disney Movie Club, as far as I'm aware. I didn't see it in any of the stores or any of that. What I did see in the stores is a widespread Blu-ray release and a DVD release of this movie. So that's, you can get that anywhere. But there's also a few exclusive ones, including this Best Buy Steelbook version that you can only get at Best Buy. And then Walmart had its own basic release like this, but with a lenticular slipcover. So that was one that you could only get at Walmart. I've just been collecting these standard, what they call the Ultimate Collector's Edition. Those are the ones that I've been collecting for the ones that I open up. And then I've been collecting these Best Buy exclusive Steelbooks, kind of just for collector's purposes. I just collect these and I don't open them up. I keep them sealed. They're kind of cool, just kind of cool art pieces. And, I've just kind of been collecting those for that purpose. So I'm not going to open this up, but I will kind of show you it. But I'll kind of focus attention on this for now so that we can open this up. And I'll show you it. So here's the front cover. Kind of plain. Nothing too special about it here, and I haven't seen this movie yet or anything, so I can't I can't tell you if it's very good or not. I can't say that I've heard anything exceptionally great about it. It seems like it's just another Disney and Pixar release, so hopefully it's at least okay. I don't know that from the films that I grew up watching from Disney and Pixar, like Toy Story and A Bug's Life and Monsters, Inc., Finding Nemo, some of those have gone, those are just the classics, I guess you could say. And some of the more recent Disney and Pixar films have been kind of hit and miss, at least for me. But I don't know. It just is what it is. They keep releasing them, and I'll probably keep buying them as they keep getting released, generally speaking. I mean, my goodness, I have every single title released now on 4K, and Blu-ray for just anything else that isn't released on 4K. So it's like, I got a really cool collection going here. So why stop if they don't stop, So anyways, here's a look at the back. And this is quite decorative. Lots of thumbnails and stuff and colorful text and everything like that. It looks like we do got a bunch of Blu-ray bonus features. So that's pretty cool. And your classic, let's see, theatrical short, Carl's Date. So I'm pretty sure every single basically Disney Pixar movie has a companion short to go along with it. So this looks to be no exception. So there's that. Here's just a look at the rest of the back of this slipcover. Looks pretty good to me. Running time 101 minutes. So there's that. I'll pull this out of the case and show you the actual artwork here, which it looks like this is kind of pushed up higher than it should be. I'm going to have to double check and make sure that's okay before I open this up. But anyways, here's a look at it. And here's a look at the back. Alright, so we'll take a look at what we've got inside here. And the first thing we've got is the Disney movies, or yeah, basically just Movies Anywhere code here. digital copy and all that fun stuff. So there is that. And then we've got the standard Blu-ray right here. Nice artwork on that one. And there's the back of it. And it comes in a pretty nice case here. It looks like it's not an eco box or any of that, so that's always good. And then here we've got the 4K. Different and colorful artwork. So that's good. So that looks good to me, all of that stuff. Put that back in the case. And let's see, I'm going to try to fix this just a little bit, push that down. But otherwise it looks undamaged to me, so that's a good thing. And we'll go ahead and put this back in the case. And basically there is that. So like I said, this is a version that I got on Disney Movie Club and does not appear that it's available anywhere else, which is quite interesting. The next one I did pick up for this is the Steelbook version exclusively at Best Buy. And like I said, I'm not going to open this up because I like to collect these and keep them sealed. But I will show you the outside. And it does kind of show you on the packaging what you're going to kind of see inside anyways. So that's a good thing. Here's what the outer artwork will look like once you take this sleeve off. And the inside looks like it has some inside artwork there too. So that's cool. There's the top, the bottom, the spine here, and then here's a look at the back. You know, it should be the same exact 2 discs, I would think, but there's a look at that and the other spine there. So basically there's a look at that. Like I said, keeping it sealed, so I'm not going to open it up, but there we have it. And those are my 2 versions of Elemental that I picked up. And like I said, I was going to kind of talk some more at the end of this video, mostly about Best Buy and physical media itself, because you know, these got released here in the later part of 2023, and there's been some word on the streets that Best Buy is no longer going to be selling physical media of any sort come 2024. I don't know when in 2024, but the early part, I suppose, maybe. Basically, I've just heard this from seeing like a whole bunch of other YouTube videos from different, you know, all kinds of different movie collectors talking about this once an announcement came out. And I guess the announcement wasn't officially from Best Buy itself, but it was from another fairly reliable source. So technically, I guess maybe-ish it's still a rumor, but it seems like there's a lot of, I don't know, everybody else seems to be very convinced that this is, you know, pretty much a sure thing, so I'll kind of go along with it. And in that case, that basically means that Best Buy is, you know, basically not going to be selling physical media anymore, which, you know, my opinion of that is I find it pretty sad. I know there's a lot of other discussion out there on YouTube where people are like, you know, this isn't the end of physical media. It's not that big of a deal. Physical media is basically just transitioning to more of a niche hobby sort of thing, and it is basically, or a niche market, I guess you could say, not a hobby. It is a hobby, but it's all, the market for it, I guess, is changing from being this mass-produced thing that most people are buying into sort of more of a niche thing aimed at collectors. And that is basically what's happening. I mean, people just aren't buying physical media like they used to anymore because of streaming. You know, everybody has their Netflix and their Hulu and their Disney Plus and all this kind of stuff. I've personally never subscribed to any of that, except that I do have an Amazon Prime membership, so I do get the Amazon Prime Video that kind of comes along with that. But I've never purposely subscribed to any streaming service just because I'm a physical media person. But I'm in the minority, and so that's just the way that is. And therefore, you know, from a business perspective, I think it probably makes sense that Best Buy would get out of the game, because it's like, if they're not selling well, why would they sell them? They should focus on other things. They could, I don't know, TVs and computers and cell phones and all the other things that they sell that actually make them their money. So from the business side of things, I think that makes sense. But I still find it pretty sad, because I liked going to Best Buy and just going in and seeing what kind of movies they got on Tuesdays and that sort of thing, and checking out the new releases and that kind of stuff. So I find it pretty sad. And I also like, you know, any kind of ability for me to go into stores and actually physically pick up which movie I'm gonna, buy. Because for those who have been watching my videos for a long time, you know that I'm pretty particular about the condition of the slipcovers and things that I buy. So it's nice to be able to walk into a store and see what you're getting before you buy it versus buying online, where you buy something and whatever you get is what you get, basically. They're going to ship it to you. If they ship it in just a baggie or something, it's possibly going to get crushed. I get that all the time. And I send things back a lot, especially if it's Amazon, because Amazon, it's just like, well, it's so easy. You just click a button. I want to return it. You bring it over to the UPS store. You don't even have to package it up anymore, and they'll just take it. Or you bring it to a Kohl's. Either one. But, like, it's just so easy to make a return, so that's a kind of good thing. But you don't really like doing that too much. It's just not very fun. So when you can walk into a Best Buy or wherever else and be able to actually see what you're going to purchase before you purchase it, and it's in good condition, that's just nice. And I'm willing to pay a little extra price for that, just to have that as an option to me. So I think it's sad that that's going to be going away. But like I said, too, from the business side of things, I do understand it. I guess the thing that I do wish, because what's interesting is, what I've heard from other YouTube videos and things, is Best Buy is not just getting rid of physical media in their stores, but also all online sales. That's a surprise to me, because you'd think they would continue at least their online service of this. They've been doing these exclusive Steelbooks and things like that, and so they're just going to completely get out of that game. That seems kind of like an interesting decision for the online thing. I would think that maybe they would still have a market for that, but apparently not. So it really is a sign of the times, I guess, and I find it pretty sad overall, even though I do understand it. So, but what this means is that I'm probably personally not going to be going into Best Buy as much. I was going into there, at least once every other week. If there's a lot of releases coming out, I'd go in there once a week on Tuesday or a Wednesday or something to check out the new releases and stuff. And if they're not going to be selling any of those, well, I'm not going to be going into a Best Buy unless I need something else, like I don't know, maybe some sort of USB cable or something, or a computer or computer accessory or TV, or I don't know, whatever, something like that. But that doesn't really happen all that often, and some of those things I'd buy online anyways. So Best Buy is going to be losing some sales from some people, and especially frequent shoppers that would go in there every week to check out their movies, and while they're in there, be enticed to buy other things. So they're going to be losing some sales from that, but probably not a lot in the grand scheme of things, because most people aren't going into Best Buy to shop for physical media. So I don't know. I just wanted to talk about that. I didn't necessarily want to make a specific video about that, because there's plenty of those on YouTube already, but I thought, since I got this Best Buy exclusive Steelbook, let's dedicate the last part of this video to talking about that kind of stuff. And then when it comes to physical media in general, obviously we got Best Buy, who I thought was really good with physical media. Now they're going to be out of the game for good, so what options does that leave us now? From the big box stores, it's basically just Target and Walmart left, and Target has been slimming down their selection their selection is incredibly tight now. In most stores, it's basically just one very small section in an aisle, and there might still be an end cap kind of facing the main aisle with some of the newer releases, and if there is a newer release, you might still see one of those little cardboard stands, let's say. But Target is bare bones with movies, and I wouldn't be surprised if they at some point announce that they're going to just completely depart from it as well, following in Best Buy's footsteps. Walmart, on the other hand, they still have an okay selection. They have trimmed their aisles down pretty substantially in the past few years, but they're still by and far of the big box stores the best selection. So I hope that keeps up at least, Walmart's kind of an interesting one, just because they're obviously the biggest of the big box stores, and therefore they have stores all over the country, whether you're in the city or you're in the rural areas. There's not as many Targets and Best Buys out there as there are Walmarts. So if there's anybody that I would want to keep in the physical media game, it would probably be Walmart, honestly. And then Walmart probably is the most sensible one to stay in it, at least for a longer run than the rest, just because, you know, they have more stores and they serve more rural areas, I suppose, where potentially anyways, there might be less people who do the whole streaming thing, you know, so catering to that audience is probably a little bit easier for Walmart just because of their more broad coverage. But yeah, it's just an interesting time with physical media. And of course, all the other options are out there with, you know, smaller stores online, basically, and some physical stores as well. Ones that come to mind to me that I've visited are Bull Moose out on the East Coast, and then, you know, there's other ones too, but I haven't really strayed too far from that, so I don't know a lot of the other specialty ones. I know there's like Deep Discount online, let's say, and a whole bunch of other ones, but so those options aren't going away, and I don't think that Amazon is going to stop selling physical media as far as I'm aware, so like that's a big one, among others. So like, just because Best Buy is getting out of the game and potentially soon to be Target, who knows, that doesn't mean that physical media is done or anything like that. It's just that the market's changing, and, you know, we've all kind of known that it's becoming more of a thing that's geared towards collectors, and they're going to sell less of them, but they're, you know, hopefully we're going to see more, you know, beefier releases that have more special features, and they're going to cost more, and they're going to be things that collectors are going to want to invest in. So, you know, that's kind of the story with that. Best Buy's just getting out of the game, apparently. We're going to find out next year if that's actually true, or if Best Buy itself makes an official announcement. I don't know, but I don't know. It's very interesting. I had one other point I was going to try to make about this, but now I can't remember it. But oh yeah, I think the last thing I was going to say is, if Best Buy, you know, like I said, this announcement that I've heard, I guess the announcement comes from somebody called the Digital Bits. I don't know anything about them, but apparently they're pretty reliable. And they've said that Best Buy is just completely getting out of the game. Well, if anybody from Best Buy happens to see this video, I think I can probably speak on behalf of most collectors out there of physical media. It'd be nice if you could keep just at least the small selection of new releases. You know, keep just a small little end cap or something in the stores of new releases. I don't necessarily care about older titles or anything like that. Nobody's really going into stores to buy those kinds of things. You can buy those online and stuff, but I think that, you know, and this is for like Walmart, Target, Best Buy, anybody really that sells, you know, physical media right now and is kind of thinning things down and kind of getting out of the game. It'd just be nice to at least have, you know, stock a small amount of new releases so that it gives us a reason to come visit your store every Tuesday. I think that's, you know, it was a shame when Saturday morning cartoons went away, for example, but why take away Movie Tuesday from the collectors? You know, that's what I say. It's always fun to be able to go into the actual physical stores, check things out. If there was just a small selection of new releases in Best Buy going forward versus completely getting out of the game, I'd be all in favor for that. Definitely would keep me coming into the store more frequently, but I don't know. Just wanted to make that little point. I doubt that anybody at Best Buy who makes those decisions is going to see this, but in case they do, you know, that's what I wanted to talk about. So, okay, I think that's enough rambling about Best Buy. So there was the unboxing of Disney and Pixar's Elemental on 4K, and then showing you guys the Steelbook from Best Buy. There it was. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next video.